Hello, my name is Melanie Piguero, and this is my podcast, Divine Speakings. Hey, guys, I'm out of breath. I won't explain why. Um, I'm nervous for some reason. This is the first time that I'm successfully recording an episode of this podcast, and I have a lot of feelings about it. So I got to get into a groove. You know what I mean? I feel a little uncomfortable. I feel a little bit out of my comfort zone, especially like hearing myself speak. I'm worried my neighbors are listening. Lots of things. Uh, Moonlight's trying to leave the room, but I can't. I cannot leave this spot. That's my kitty. I can't. I'm not opening the door because then he's gonna want to come in and out, and it's just gonna be too much. I keep looking over here because I have topics. Um, but most importantly, I want to start off with saying hi. I'm back. It's been a couple years, maybe like 2 years now, since I've uploaded an episode on this podcast, and it's time. It's time to start anew. It's time to start again. Um, I felt like I have traveled so far, and now I'm coming back, and here I am recording this video. So, yeah, here we are. I'm just really hoping that this works out. Um, I was worried about doing my makeup. I was like, should I do my makeup? I was planning on like beating my whole face. But maybe we should just get into it, girl. We should just get into it. Um, Honestly, the inspiration behind me recording this video and me sitting here and using this microphone was a conversation I had with an Uber driver. And he triggered me. He triggered me, girl. Um, I'm not gonna say his advice was bad, but it was honestly like when they say lit a fire up under my ass, like it made me mad. Basically, we were talking about work and going to school and pursuing your dreams and making yourself. He kept mentioning the words financially comfortable, or financially free. He kept saying that, and from what I understood from what he was saying is that basically I'm not going to be able to achieve that unless I go to school. And I just don't believe that that's true. I don't think that's true for everybody. And he's not the first person to tell me that. Um, he's actually the third man to tell me that. And I, hearing that the third time, it made me mad. Like, I just feel like, why do I have to go to school in order to be successful, to be financially free? Like, why is it that pursuing my dreams is just not an option? Pursuing my passions is not an option. It has to be a hobby. And like, you might be listening, you might be like, well, nobody said that you couldn't do that and become successful. But it's just like, I feel like I've heard it, and hearing him say that was it was triggering. It was triggering to me. It genuinely was, because like I just felt like, why do I have to go down this avenue that I don't want to go down in order to be the things that I want to be and do the things that I want to do and be financially free, as this man kept saying. um and I hope I'm coming across the way that I want to come across. But like, from what I got from that, because I've already been on this path of thinking, what should I do to get to where I want to be? I have these big dreams, I have these big goals, I have these big ideas. I'm trying to follow my heart, follow my intuition, and follow God and my journey, and do things that are meant for me and that feel good. Like following my heart, just literally like making my dreams come true. And I've already been on that path, and I encountered this man, and he might argue that, you know, he's like not, he might argue that he was trying to say something else, but like literally all I got from that conversation was that I'm not going to make it without going to school. And I had even mentioned my podcast, and he was saying that you could be pursuing your dreams for how long and nothing happens and you're still working and this, that, and the third. And I just felt like you don't even know what I'm capable of. You don't even know what I can do. You don't even know what will do, what I have done, what I'm doing. Like, it just, I understand he probably I feel like he did have the best of intentions. And I feel like he was genuinely trying to give me this good advice. It seemed like he was pretty, like, he had, his car was nice. He gave this air and this energy of like, this is what I've experienced and I'm here now comfortably, and I'm letting you know what it is. But it's like I felt so unsatisfied. Just the feeling I felt when we were talking, I felt it before, and it doesn't feel good. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel right to me. And I was also left thinking like, what about freaking J Lo? What about Taylor Swift? What about Ben Affleck? What about freaking literally anybody who has Van Gogh? Like anybody who has become successful doing something that is not along the traditional lines of what society may expect you to do, like, using artistic expressions. How did they do it? Like, I don't know. I just feel like like I said, that wasn't the first time somebody told me that pursuing my dreams isn't going to get me where I need to be. And it's like, well, how does anybody else do it? You know what I mean? Like, so those people are just lucky, like they just so happen to become famous, or they just so happen. Like, those people work hard too. The same energy that somebody's putting into a master degree is the same energy that they're putting into their, artistic career, to their ballet career, to their singing career, to their dancing career, all of those things. Who's to say that if I don't keep going in the direction that I'm going in, that I won't become successful because I'm not going to school? Like, I just felt like F that. Like, bro, like, it honestly, like, it feels so motivated to bring up the conversation because it literally pushed me to be sitting here in this exact moment talking to you and making a move, making an action on my dreams and what I have in my mind planned for myself and what I feel like is meant for me. Because god damn it, if I will sit here and accept that I'm supposed to just do it on the side, or like, that'd be cool, like, I have so many thoughts and opinions on all of that, but just, I don't know if I want to say them all right now. It's just like, I I'll be goddamn if you think I'm going to sit here and go to school cuz I think that's the only option. Like, there's no way. Like, if if I can think it, if I can believe it, if I can feel it, if I can see it, you know what I mean? Who says I can't be in those rooms? Who says I can't do what I want to do and be financially free and comfortable and helping my family? Like, I have so many ideas, and it just, that conversation triggered me, bro. It really did. Like, when I had come back home that night, I was literally like going off to myself because I was like, and I ordered this microphone that night. I was like, no, I'm gonna have to make something. I'm gonna have to make something shake, literally. Like, cause what if you think I'm gonna be sitting here? Like, okay, sure, I go to school, right? Let's just fast forward. We retire. Um, we're comfortable. We're 60 years old. You know, we're painting on our porch. It's a nice, beautiful day out. We're enjoying our beautiful hobby in our home that's paid off. We're chilling. We don't gotta go nowhere. Everything's great. But I look back and I think, what if I pursued this? What would have happened if just for a moment I thought, I could do this. And I didn't do what was being told to me. And I feel like that leads me into like, following your intuition and following God. Like, um, I hope you don't hear that. That's my cat. um, like, because things can be, sometimes you get messages through people, and you get got signs and um things that are telling you to do certain things that can be like really helpful and motivating and really inspiring. um but you have to like read between the lines. You have to like really try to understand what it is that you're being aware of. And you know at the end of the conversation, the man said, um sometimes, you know you need to hear like, he I don't remember exactly what he said, but he just like along the lines of like, sometimes God needs you to hear certain things, or like, they God just needs to send you a certain message. And I feel like the message that I got from that conversation was to keep going, because that man didn't know what I already was working on, or what I am working on. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to get into deeper conversation, like he was telling me things, and like, you know like questioning about like, where am I going to be in the next 10 years? What am I going to do? Like, are you putting thought, are you putting planning into this, are you putting action into this, or are you just dreaming? Are you, making any of these things come into reality? If so, you're going to be in the same place where you are now. And I think that's very true. Like, if I don't take this action on recording this video and putting it up, nothing's ever going to happen. I'm not going to see the fruits of this certain labor, because I'm not laboring. You know what I mean? So I think he was very right about that. I just felt like what he was trying to tell me completely misaligned with what I had in my head. You know what I mean? I feel like usually I see signs nowadays, and I feel like it's really supporting the ideas um in my mind. And like, it was just like, oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, it had a certain vibe. And this might help. One time, not one time, back in the day, I had a driving instructor in high school. I learned how to drive. Like, there was like a driving class, and it was like the end of the class, or I think I was graduating, something like that. He was like, "I'll see you around." It's like, "I'll see you around," and it kind of gave the vibe of like, "Yeah, you're probably not going anywhere. I'll probably see you around town. Like, you're probably not gonna leave this town. You're probably gonna still be here and probably not do much." I'm not, by any means am I saying that this teacher was like being condescending or rude or mean. I think he just genuinely meant like, you're you're pretty regular. Like, you're not really, you didn't like, I was so shy and so quiet and so reserved to myself in high school. Like, he was like, you're probably just gonna like be regular here in town. That was the vibes that I got from what this man was saying. It's not like directly those, like, he wasn't, the Uber driver wasn't saying that to me, but the Uber driver was like, listen, babes, like, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't go to school. Like, that's, I'm just letting you know, because I feel like I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be rude. Like, if it just so happens the man watches this, like, I just feel like the vibes that I got from this reminded me of two other conversations I had with two separate men about pursuing my dreams and about going to school, and how basically that was the only option. And I'm like, F that. F fudge that. Fudge and crackers that. No, thank you. I'm good. I am absolutely good. Like, I don't know who said this was how things are supposed to go. Cuz like, from what I understand about energy, I'm not accepting that. So, I hope all of that makes sense. Like, I'm still like nervous. I feel like he probably my next episode will be much different. If you listen to any of my past episodes, I am a much different person. I was a different person then. I am a much different person now. I have completely transformed and I've gone through so many things since then. Um, but the most important thing is that I'm chasing my dreams and I hope you are too. Because I think like we need it and I think we need to be doing it. Like no more of this nonsense. I don't want to hear any of this nonsense. But I have things I do want to talk about. Okay. Um I watched Frankenstein. Beautiful. So good. I watched it twice and I watched the like behind the scenes like little like show, like not show but like it was like, oh, like how we made the movie. Oh, just so good. It made me cry. That movie, we all know Guillermo is amazing and extremely talented, but goddamn, like that movie just really did it for me. And Jacob Elordi, ah! Sorry, I love that man. I love him down. I love him down. Yes, you know I liked him in Euphoria. Who didn't like him in Euphoria? Like he's so handsome. He's so tall. So he's so tall. He's so like his limbs, girl. He's just so he's so handsome. But I just loved seeing him in that character, and I fell in love with that character. Like I wanted him. I hope you wanted him because I wanted him. Okay, I want Frankenstein genuinely. Um, and then also to like, you know, for what am I saying? Also for if you watched Priscilla, they just released it on Netflix, so maybe you may or may not watched it. So good. Also so amazing. The story, the story, girl. It really you know, nobody's perfect, but fudge. Like she was just like it the movie was so well made aesthetically, and then also just the whole movie in general I think was really amazing. I loved how it was a focus on Priscilla. Like I didn't watch Elvis with that the blonde man. I don't remember his name. I didn't watch the other Elvis movie. I didn't watch no Elvis movies. This is the only movie I've really watched about Elvis. I think the only time I've seen Elvis in film is Forrest Gump, where they do like a little scene. Um, but I freaking loved it. It was just such a good movie. I want to read Priscilla's like book about her life. Like I want to know more. It was so 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 good. But also Jacob Elordi played Elvis and Priscilla, and oh, did he eat? Did he just eat? He's just so like I just love him. I also recently saw a video talking about how so funny Euphoria co-stars Sydney Sweeney, who played in the movie Christie. Um, it's about a woman fighter, a boxer, in her true story, which is also crazy intense. But apparently, people just did not love her as Chris. I hope I'm getting that right, Christy. I hope I'm getting that. Right. I don't know. Um, they just didn't love her depiction of that person, and apparently, it just wasn't natural and um real or captivating, or it didn't necessarily like make them believe, like I don't know, people who feel like Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, I can't think of I'm blanking on movies, but just how you see how Jacob Elordi played Elvis. Like there's an art to depicting a person that is not yourself, especially when it is a real life person. And I think Jacob Elordi did so good in Priscilla. I feel like I'm being biased because I'm so attracted to him, but I think he did really good, and I'm just absolutely in love with him. Jacob Elordi, please, this is my love letter to you. And I just love that. I feel like he's really like committed to his acting. Was not expecting that. And like he's just been blowing me out the water, and I've been loving it. Absolutely loving it. Next, funny enough with the British accent, The Crown. I'm on season 5. I haven't finished yet. Girl, season 5 is a tough watch. I'm barely getting through it. 1 through 4, I sped through that. I went through it. I went through it. It was so good. I loved seeing young Elizabeth. Oh, I know we don't like her. I know we think she's, but watching the show has given me such a different view on everything. And I do feel some sympathy for her. I do. And I know like the whole consensus on her is that she's the worst, she's horrible. She's like this evil old lady, but she was once a young woman placed into a position of power that probably nobody could imagine. I don't feel like I don't like how I sound saying that because it really is in defense of her, but I don't know. I also do know the show has been dramatized, dramat. You know, they use the true events, but they also do add the entertainment to it. But let me tell you, Prince Charles, if the business is true, mama, and he's still alive. He's still alive with Camilla. I don't like it. And Camilla's stupid too. Let's talk about it. Camilla's stupid too. Because girly, after all of that, if you have watched The Crown, and you know the part that I'm talking about where Charles, Prince Charles basically eventually admits to cheating on Princess Diana, but says that like he only did it because the marriage wasn't working. Mama, he never even once tried to make the marriage work. He cheated on her from before till end. Girl, if the business is true, because like I said, they make stuff more dramatic, more entertaining. But from what I understand, most of that is true. Like, girly, I don't mess with that man. And now he's king. Like he's so I don't like him. And I know he did a lot for like the youth and everything. I know he did a lot for the girls and guys and gays and theys, but and like, impoverished young peoples. But girl, what he did to my lady Diana Spencer, may she rest in peace. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. That shit pissed me off. It really, really pissed me off. But honestly, the show is so good. I love shows like that. Like I've also was also watching like Empress. I'm just, oh, I'm a Leo, so I love the drama. I don't like drama, but like I love, you know I think in the show business, like in theatrical terms, like just the show itself, I feel like they really do capture the whole grandeur of, I hope I said that right, of the royalty of the queen. And it's just a damn good show. But season 5 is not working for me. Season 5 is not working for me. She's like, I forgot, I don't know that lady's name. I think she plays Dolores Umbridge in Harry Potter. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, girl. I might be getting them mixed up. But I think it's her. And I don't know, like, I think, but one thing I do think is that um they're really depicting who she was at her older days, because from what I'm understanding at the season 5, I don't care for her. I don't love her. I feel like her ideals are really old. Um and not because she's old, just it's just like something I'm not like gelling with. But I think we also need to think about what her experience is of being queen, becoming queen at such a young age, and then like that whole time period and what that may have brought her to. Like, when somebody deals with something for so long, eventually you're just like, you just give up, you're done, you're tired, especially when it's maybe toxic or abusive, not healthy, not like, not necessarily positive and uplifting. What that must have done to her, being kept in such rigid ideals, and how that may have affected her and her like thought process when she became older. It's like letting a rock like sit in the dirt for thousands of years, like it's going to be in there, and you may or may not realize that those things aren't things you should be thinking about, you know. I hope that made sense, that last part. But it really is such a good show. I just think season 5 is just, but I think maybe it's really honestly depicting, because who cares about the British monarchy? Crickets, like anybody. I don't think anybody's really caring about that, you know what I mean? And I feel like maybe that's what it's kind of showing, like the decline. um and I took a little Google, I took a little gander, and from what I understood, she was a good person and she did really care about the Commonwealth. And I know there might be a historian, there might be somebody out there might be like, no, 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 girl, she really was a bad person, you know. But I believe the general consensus about Queen Elizabeth back in the day was that she was good for humanity. Um, sorry, Moonlight. And people generally liked her. I think just when she got older, things kind of started like, and it's really, I think that, since it is depicting off of real life events, I think the energy has no choice but to come through. And I guess it's depicting that decline of love towards these people. This might be a sensitive topic because I feel like when you talk about men or women, shit don't work out. But this is a PSA to all the men and women out there. Well, if you're a woman, I we won't include this. Any man, that might be interested in me, I will not be asking you out on a date. I feel like I have to say that. Um, People might not agree. You might think, oh, what's wrong with her? Maybe I'm real traditional in that way, girly, but I feel like after the events that have transpired in my life, mama, I am not about to sit here and ask you on a date. No, I'm not going to do that. I, I'm not doing that. I'm not asking you on a date. I should explain. I'm not asking you on a date because I feel like you should ask me on a date. It's really that simple. I feel like if I'm giving you the energy, I'm giving you the like, I'm giving you the understanding of, okay, she's interesting. We have things in common. This could be something good here. I don't feel like I should be the one to take further action to make things happen, to move forward, for like us to move forward. Like, I don't necessarily appreciate that sentiment, which I feel like I've been encountered with in these past few months. Girl, I just know, I don't know. I feel like twice now I've been in the situation where I'm like, should I should I do something? Should I say something? And it's like, no. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. No, I should not ask this grown man on a date. Why am I asking a grown man out on a date? Girl, you are lucky that I am even breathing in your face. You are even lucky that you even have access to say hi to me respectfully. And you think I need to sit here and ask you, like, and then I was thinking of like, I won't divulge into the details of this situation, but I was asking myself, you know, should I be like, oh, so when are we going out? Like, so when are you picking me up? No, 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 no. Even that is far too much. Why am I gonna do all that? Like, if you know that I'm into you, like, I'm giving you like the energy, like, I kind of think of it as like playing ping pong. Like we're going back and forth, we're hitting it off, everything's cool, but I'm waiting for you to ask me out on a date? Or like, huh? Like, I'm so confused. And the last thing I'm gonna do is sit here and beg you to take me out. Be like, hey, when are we going out? If you haven't thought of that already, out. Like, if you've thought of it but you're not following through with it, out. If you feel like you shouldn't, out. And then that means you're not gonna do it at all. So like, whatever. I'm sorry. Just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And like, I've had my friends tell me recently that like I need to be more open, and I do agree. I completely agree. However, I will be staying closed on that matter because I'm not, no, 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 no. Nope. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Sorry. Um, I really hope this has been more than 30 minutes. Um, but it's really good to be back. It's really good to be back. I'm really happy to be back. This has been a weird episode. Um, I'm in a new place. I'm in a new space, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So welcome to the new me. Welcome to a new Melanie. Just hello again. Nice to meet you. I hope you keep coming around, and I will try to as well. I hope this didn't sound crazy. I hope I was able to edit it. I hope I was able to put it up, girl. I will be putting it up. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next week. Bye.